Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everybody, my name is Gudayani. I'm a primary teacher in Syafana Islamic School in Tangerang. And today I'm going to share how to develop the program materials, especially for English, for primary 4 level based on the national standard. Here we go. The first things that we have to know is our target audience. So in this case, we try to plan the English program materials, especially for the primary 4 students in a private school. And of course, before we design the materials, we have to know first what the learner's characteristics. So the first one, it's supposed to be that our students use English for subject delivery except thematic lessons. Next, the students are able to pronounce the words accurately. Students are able to use electronic devices such as laptop and some learning apps. Again, the students are well motivated and the students are mostly active. By knowing the learner characteristics, of course, we are able to design the suitable materials for them. And again, we have to also follow the basic principles here. So in this case, it is adopted from the national curriculum standard, integrated with the ICT and the Bloom taxonomies. And then again, the topic developed for this material is about there is and there are. And the last one is, we suppose that the students were taught about the plural forms in the previous meeting. So it will enable them easier to understand about the material, about there is and there are. And here, I provide the Bloom's taxonomy. Start from the first one, like remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and then creating. We hope that in the basic competence letter, we can try to develop and also put the indicators by using the Bloom's taxonomy verbs. Next, I try to pick up two basic competencies. For primary 4 level, I try to pick 3.6 and then 4.6. So the basic competencies for 3.6 is memahami kata, frasa, dan kalimat sederhana there is or there are about rooms in a house bertema Rumah Betawi. And the second one is 4.6, melafalkan dan menulis kata, frasa, dan kalimat sederhana there is and there are rooms in a house bertema Rumah Betawi. Well, in this case, from the two main basic competencies, I try to develop become 6 learning outcomes indicators. So the first is like mention parts and functions of Betawi traditional house. The second one, use the correct form of there is and there are in the sentences. The third one, construct the sentence using there is and there are. Again, recall the words related to Rumah Betawi. Write the sentences using there is and there are. And the last one is demonstrate the use of there is and there are. And in developing the language materials, of course, we also have to pay attention on the language focus. We have text and also context. It's very important to be notified by the teachers. So the text itself that we're gonna explore, also the students can expose this one. We're gonna talk about the veranda, for example, as the living room, pangkeng as the bedroom, Surandayan as the kitchens, and then we also can try to explore again some vocabulary, for example, like garden, bathroom, and then the things inside the rooms, like kitchen, for example, sink, water jug in the kitchen, wardrobe, night lamp, pillow, or toothbrush. And the context in this case, of course, we still talk about Rumah Betawi. And we go for the materials and instruction here, while the material development will be discussed in the separate sheet later. So the first one is materials for BC or Basic Competence 3.6.1. I tried to take the video Rumah Betawi from the YouTube, so I also attached the sources here, so easy for you to also download from here. And later, I tried to provide the instruction like, for example, watch the video Rumah Betawi, listen and repeat all words mentioned related to rooms in Rumah Betawi. Again, I also try to search the Rumah Betawi as the reading text. So I provide them the reading text that you can also use this. And I get the source from the YouTube. I try to screenshot because I can't get the real book. So Betawi House here, you can give this to your students and then following by the instruction, read the following text about Betawi House, underline name of rooms in Rumah Betawi, and then mention name of rooms in Rumah Betawi. Does it sound great? Again, to make the students are not getting bored, because we know that our students are very active, so we can give them like a puzzle. Okay, we can try to create our own puzzle, so the teachers should be creative. We can print out the rooms, for example. In this case, I give you the example like the living room or the veranda, and then you can try to cut it into smaller pieces and then try to arrange them become a puzzle. And then of course, we have to provide the instruction. I download this from the Google, and then you also can take it. The instruction, for example, make a group of 4, arrange the puzzle and work in group, go to the front and show your work, mention what room it is, and don't forget, give them rewards. So you have to provide the rewards to appreciate the students' work. It's great, right? And the next one, this is very interesting. I tried to make a game, matching pairs game about Rumah Betawi still. So the context is still about Rumah Betawi. You cannot pick up another resources. You cannot pick up another materials except about Rumah Betawi, right? Okay, so you can go to these learning apps. So I try to provide the sources here, and then you can even make by yourself. You can create by yourself, and I made this. Yeah, you can also try to adopt this, no problem. So you just open the link given, and then try to listen each audio. In this case, I provide each audio automatically. It will be spoken by the reader. And then again, you have to try to match the expression with the correct room. For example, you can hear like so many guests are sitting down in this room. What room is that? Of course, the answer will be living room. And then you can press living room here. Okay. Now we try to develop the materials for competencies 3.6.2. In this case, I tried still searching on YouTube, and then I try to download parts of the house like there is and there are. So I also provide the sources here, and the instruction, for example, watch the video about the use of there is and there are. Again, read the sentence, mention the sentence which using there is or there are from the video, and then we try to provide the worksheet. About the worksheet, you also can try to provide by yourself. Of course, by providing like the vocabulary and the clear instruction. This is very important for the students. The teachers also can explore their creativity rather than they have to download everything from Google. They can create by themselves. And then the target sentences, like, for example, we ask our students to say, there are 2 pillows in the bedroom. That's simple. Again, so we try to develop the materials for basic competence 3.6.3. In this case, I try to provide some pictures that I download from the Google, and then I try to provide 4 pictures here, each room in Rumah Betawi, but in this case, this is like the general houses. At least they know about the kitchen, they know about the bedroom, they know about the bathroom or maybe living room. And again, you also have to provide the instruction. So for example, like look at the pictures, mention the name of each room, and then make a sentence by using there is and there are based on each picture given. The example is, there is a toothbrush in the bathroom, or there are 2 pillows in the bedroom. So you can ask your students to be active, and then they also can write a sentence. It means that they understand the material very well. Okay, so we talk about the next competence 4.6. And here I try to develop the materials for basic competence 4.6.1. In this case, the students also can have a manual drawing. They can talk about their favorite room, and then this is the instruction. Draw and color your favorite room on half-as paper, for example. They can pick 3 objects, or they can write 3 objects that is found there, for example. And then, of course, at the end of the lesson, you can ask them to make sentences that using there is and there are. And again, we try to provide the worksheet here about there is and there are. So this is the worksheet. And the worksheet also, you can try to adapt from the resources, from the books, or maybe you can think by yourself. Try to download some pictures from the internet, and then you can try to combine everything. And then you can try to make the instruction again. So in this case, look at this flashcard, for example. You can make it as a flashcard. You can show the pictures. It's okay, up to you. And then ask the students to classify the objects and then put them into the correct room. So in this case, the teacher wants the students are able to know this object has to be put in this room, for example, like that. And then again, you try to provide a table of assignments. So let the students pick the words and also they can specify it. And the last one, they can make the sentence still by using there is and there are. Now, I try to integrate not only English, but also with the IT lesson. In this case, we can ask the students to use Paint program on their computer. So they can also integrate this with IT lesson at school. Does it sound cool? Okay, this is the example only. You can make the other one. So the instruction is open Paint program on your computer. Draw and decorate Betawi traditional house using Paint program. Do presentation using PowerPoint, explain about Betawi house and its rooms. And then they can make the sentence, of course, by using the is and there are. So that's about the development. And here we go. The development of materials. I also provide the instruction with the learning activities. So it can be the guidance for the teachers who wants to develop again this material, especially for primary 4 level in private school. So like the basic competence 3.6, I provide like 3 activities here. These are the things that we got before, like Betawi's house. So the teacher shows the video of Rumah Betawi, and then the teacher pronounced the related words about Rumah Betawi. The students listen and repeat, and discussing some related vocabulary about Rumah Betawi. I also provide the sources here so you can easily take it. Activity 2, for example, I provide like the Betawi house here, and then I provide some instruction or learning activities that the teachers can do in the classroom. Like teacher provides a reading text entitled Rumah Betawi, so they can use in focus in class, and then they can provide like, they can read together with the teachers with the correct pronunciation, and then the teacher also can choose the students randomly to read the text. So the students will be more active in the classroom. Again, the teacher tried to highlight the targeted words such as bedroom, kitchen, dining room, bathroom, or etc. Again, the teacher teach the students how to pronounce the words correctly. And then the teachers try to give them the targeted words like the water jug, sofa, table, chair, stove, frying pan, or etc. Again, the teacher should check the students' pronunciation. This is the example of a puzzle activity. So you can give them the puzzle, each of them that I mentioned before, like living room, kitchen, bedroom, or bathroom. So they can divide it into 4 groups, for example. And then you can also provide like a candy or sticker or something else to reward for your students. Again, this is the activity 4. You can try this. You can make by yourself even. So this is only for playing the game together with the friends. And the next one, this is activity 5. This is also, there is the English worksheet that I create. You also can try this to your student. You can select the correct answer by underlining using there is and there are. Again, activity 6, this is the same. You try to provide the pictures and then ask the students with some instruction before. Okay, this is the basic competence 4.6. And I think this is gonna be like, very interesting activity to do because most of the students like to make something using their computers. So why don't you try this? You can try to integrate your lesson with some lessons at school, even like English with IT, for example, like this one. So you can ask the students to draw and decorate. They will be very happy, I think. And then again, you can come to the worksheet. You can also go like asking them to make a sentence. So I think by having those activities before that I mentioned, so it can motivate our students to learn a lot. And then of course the achieve of the learning or like the objective of the lessons, it can be achieved by the students. I think that's all my presentation for today. I hope that everybody enjoy. If you want to try to develop by your own, it's okay. So don't forget, always make sure that your learner's characteristics are suitable for this one. Thank you. Have a nice day. Goodbye.